Hey there, guys. What is up? What is going on today? It is I, Azure, here, and welcome to another Rivals of Aether Workshop Character Showcase. In today's showcase here, then, the character we'll be taking a look at and exclusively checking out here in full detail, it's none other than the infamous Balloon Fighter, one of Nintendo's oldest characters to date here, alongside, of course, Super Mario, and also Mr. Game & Watch. So if you like what you guys see from this video here showcasing the Balloon Fighter and everything that he can really do here when it comes to battling foes and soaring through the skies, then be sure to hit the like button down below and to also comment what is your favorite past or present Nintendo character here. Also, if there are any other future workshop characters that you guys would like to have me cover on the channel here, please be sure to let me know, and I cannot emphasize that enough. Let me know what you guys want to see from the workshop going forward, as things are constantly being updated here basically every day. So with all that in mind, let's go ahead right now and cover the Balloon Fighter's basic movement here, as well as his standard physical attacks, as well as his down and up set of physical attacks here, to really see if he can duke it out here with the best of the best, not just from the Super Smash Bros. Series, but from the rest of the Aether roster. So far so good, I'd say, as well as his aerial moves here. All seem to be adding a little bit of variety to the Balloon Fighter. But what really matters the most, at least to me, is what his special moves are all about. But before we get to that, we have to first go through his heavy attacks then, and see what those entail. So like I said, so far he is looking pretty versatile here when it comes to his moves and just what he can do. And as long as we have our opponents in fairly close range, it seems like we'll be able to dispatch them with little to no real problems here going forward. So now then, as we go over his heavy attacks like so, his neutral heavy, as well as now his down heavy attack, as well as his up heavy attack. Now for that move, we have to really be careful with how we execute the buttons for that, because that may as well not land. If that timing is not set up exactly right, that move is not going to be doing any amount of real considerable damage at all. Let's go ahead and get the real interesting part of this underway, that being his special attacks. So first up, we're going to go ahead and try out the Balloon Fighter's neutral special, which launches a handy dandy projectile out in front of us, which can also be used in midair. Now then, for his side special, a short but brief dash, allowing us to propel ourselves forward here. Now let's see what his down special is all about. I like that, so we can charge up the balloon here for a few seconds before it pops. Now last but not least, for his up special or recovery special. Why don't we give that a whirl? Yeah, so for his up special here, that provides a bit of airtime here, allowing us to really choose where we're going to be landing in regards to our positioning on the battlefield here. So I'd say all in all, he's not a bad character. Not in the slightest. So with all that being said, why don't we see what Balloon Fighter's really got and put him into a real battle here against some past and present Nintendo characters. How about we find out now who will emerge the strongest? So then, away we go. So then, away we go. So we'll be duking out here as a Balloon Fighter against not just Mr. Game & Watch, but also Nintendo's most popular mascot and long-standing, that being Super Mario himself. Let's kick some butt. Let's go, Balloon Fighter. And pop our opponent's dreams as we lay the smack down. So far, we're doing pretty darn well. But can we keep this momentum going? Or should I say, can we keep this helium going? And when you look at that, they're already both almost down to their last lives already. Talk about a quick battle. Okay, that one kind of hurt. See you next fall. And look at that, we got a 2-for-1 deal right there. That's always what I like to see here. Alright, why don't we wrap this battle up? And send you back to the 80s, Mr. Game & Watch. And that is game. So that was our very first battle there, featuring the infamous balloon fighter and all of his glory here, guys. So, for what it's worth, he's really not that bad. It's just a matter of really being specific with where we are on each individual stage here, and just trying to set up opponents for possible combo routes here, and to try and juggle them in the air, and depending on which way you'd want to KO them, either on the left side, right side, or possibly top of the screen. This character has a lot of potential, I feel. So with all that being said, let's get our second battle here, featuring Balloon Fighter, officially underway. What do you guys say? See if we can keep this going here, this winning streak. I also really like this costume here in particular, as it's a classic homage to Mega Man. The original Mega Man, not Mega Man X or any of the other variants, but good old classic, old school Mega Man. The infamous Blue Bomber. The small but mighty Blue Bomber. Unfortunately, with no charge shot or anything like that here. But yeah, it's a nice little cameo. It's a nice little reference, though. But either way, it's not going to stop us here from laying down the smackdown, that is, on our foes. And showing them a thing or two. We just have to really keep this momentum of ours going. And we should be pretty alright. But we shall see how this battle will turn out, and who will emerge as the one true victor. Ooh, that one almost left a mark. Sorry about that one. Looks like it might have left a mark. Yeah, these foes aren't bringing us down. The Balloon Fighter still got some spirit left in him here. We got this. Ooh, almost took out Mario right there. Can't say the same for Mr. Game & Watch here, as he's on his last life. Let's just keep this going here, Balloon Fighter. And show these other two fellow Nintendo reps what you're made of. Okay, now it's just us and Mario. Starting to get a little bit worried here. Can we defeat the infamous plumber? Yeah, why don't we try and wrap this battle up here, Mario? Almost got him right there. So close. Got him on the ropes now. Now it's just time to finish him off. And it looks like that's game yet again. As we chalk up now our second win here for Balloon Fighter. As we soar on to glory, one step at a time. I feel like this time now that we have 2 matches under our belt, that I'm really getting the hang of the Balloon Fighter here and what he can truly do in terms of his special attacks and the like. This is just an overall really fun character to play as. A very simple, albeit very fun character. So with all that being said, let's get our third battle here, featuring him all set up and officially on the road. As we duke it out here another time with these classic Nintendo characters. And away we go. Let's go, Balloon Fighter. So far, so good. We just have to pick up some steam here in regards to taking out our opponents in style, with our trusted balloons by our side. But who will we take out first this time around? Will it be Mario or Mr. Game & Watch? Who will be our first victim? That's what we're going to find out now and here. Almost had him right there. So close, and yet so far. And we're back on the stage. Talk about a rough landing. Come on, Mario, that one really hurt. This is it then, guys. They're already down to their last lives. Ouch, and Mr. Game & Watch is out of the picture, leaving now just us and Mario. Let's do this. As we've got him on the ropes here. Too fast for you, Mario? That had some quite shocking results. And it looks like that's officially game, as Balloon Fighter takes another win here over these 2 Nintendo mascots. That's not bad, 3 for 3. However, why don't we really spice things up and go to one of my personal favorite stages to settle the score here once and for all. One final battle. For all the marbles here, you could say. So then why don't we travel now to that stage, that being, well, Tempest Peak, and take out these 2 fellow Nintendo characters in style. Retro style, that is. Why don't we show these 2 Nintendo characters that old school can still very much be cool. Let's do it. This is what you've been training for. This is just the perfect setting here for this battle. Taking on 2 other fellow legendary Nintendo characters for ultimate glory here. So far, though, we're doing alright. Not the best, but also not the worst either. I mean, we still have all of our lives, which is good. We may be down, but we're most definitely not out. Which one will fall to our mighty balloons? Let's see what you got, Mario. Too fast for you, huh? You're out of here, Mario. And that's game! So then, guys, that'll just about do it and conclude everything here on my end, featuring the Balloon Fighter here from Nintendo. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, though, from me as usual, and be sure to stay tuned for all this and much, much more from me. So until my next video, when we meet again, I'll be sure to catch you guys all on the flip side. See you next time!